Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Fuck you, Deke.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I
Hello,
could.
I've been so
Sebastian.
preoccupied by all that happened with Ominous in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You
Is
know
it?
this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
Let's kill
I've
them.
no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
Kill the
And I
damn
still have that
gobbies.
rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries. When are you going to give up? Imperial, at your service. It's pitiful. Really? Are you quite finished? You're so very weak.
Dead.
Stop! Dindo! Not quite.
Oh shit. Shit. Oof. Almost fucking died, eh? I don't know what the fuck that was about, but screw it away.
This is going well.
I
We
know.
make a good team.
We do at that. You know which one I'd choose?
Boom!
Bombarda!
And the
Man.
fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
I agree, Sebastian. Fuck them gobbies. Into the mine!
Accio! One less human to worry about.
Better or for worse, we're in.
Confringo! Bombarda!
Nice.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after
goblin
accidents
tomb.
were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Who do you think you are?
I Joe Mom.
Confringo! Bombarda! Confringo! Let's get this over with. Rather unwise coming back this way. There. Just you wait till I'm on solid ground!
How many of Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Bring it on, Ragnar.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Leviosa!
Alright, let's fucking hop up on this and go get this fucking treasure over here. Actually, it looks like that's the way to go, so I'm gonna go get this over here. Treasure!
Confringo!
Treasure tower.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Everything.
Accio! Guardium Leviosa!
Fuck you, Sebastian. I'm getting all of the treasure. It's all mine. Goodbye.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Size, or the venomous
Ah,
fangs.
teleported!
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Reparo!
A spider.
Crucio!
Leviosa! Sendo! Confringo! Descendo!
Confringo! Imperium!
Leviosa!
Bombarda! Ugh. Shame you're so foul.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war. Not sure what I did to deserve a rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Oh, there's the door.
Wasn't expecting that.
The world floated back to me as if in a watery haze. How long had I been unconscious? I only remember his eyes. Empty. Empty of sorrow. Yes, but also I recall a feeling, a sense of euphoria as I watched the pain vanish. But then everything started to turn when I fell. I must have hit my head. I neither feel nor see a mark, but the pain is throbbing. I can only hope it is not the Black Death. At least he is no longer in pain.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by
Moving
Isadora.
words.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this
Sebastian,
mystery.
I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the
Sebastian.
triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there.
Mayhap.
This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
Bastion
I
with the
know that
Gabney.
coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh,
What?
I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
That's not what I wanted to say.
I hope Professor Fitzgerald has confirmed what she needed to. I have to complete the next trial as soon as I can.
Yeah.
I hope you have your affairs in order.
I'm not having an affair, and I'm not married. But you're about to get your ass kicked.
Levioso!
Goodbye. Poor chap. Mrs. Fitzgerald.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Perhaps.
Oh, here. Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else.
He do.
Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time
Too
now.
bad.
Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait,
Professor
doesn't
Black.
Polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does?
So how do you already have Polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
How'd you just drink that? I'm
How do you
Professor
feel?
Black.
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now
Will you?
to find the headmaster's house elf.
This is so strange.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
What could the headmaster want?
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course.
Headmaster? Here, what could he want?
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is...
Professor, a word?
No.
Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season.
Let me stop
It
you
would
right
be
there.
better than none
No.
at all.
But
Quidditch
the injury,
is for
Madam
fucking
Kagawa.
losers.
Professor, more
We
than
need to
one
play
student has
some
taken a bludgeon to the head
All-American
on our pitch.
football.
I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they are fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Do it, bitch.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
Where do I go?
When
We'll
I
just walk
witness what
through the door.
passes for magic in these halls, I...
Professor, I need to speak to you.
No.
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh.
Your acting needs
Very
work.
well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
Good day indeed.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is...
Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the noble banners of Gryffindor. I shall be taking no questions at this time, or ever. Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Very well. Toujours pur.
Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Upstairs.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, come back for the next one when we access the headmaster's office, and goodbye.